GameStop insider Larry Chang continues to put his money where his mouth is. Larry Chang just purchased 4,140 more shares of GameStop. Now, these are the previous times that Larry Chang has purchased shares of GameStop. You can see back here 16,000 at $23.75, 5,000 at $22.79, another 5,000 at $22.37, another almost 5,000 at $17.64, another 1,200 at $17.81, 10,000 at $11.22, and again another 4,140 at $24.85, which is what we just saw last night. That's not all. Today, somebody bought 5,000 GameStop $30 calls expiring July 19th. A potential different trader also around the same time bought similar Chewy $30 calls for July 19th, which are similar to the trade sizes when Roaring Kitty bought GameStop and Chewy before. Could this be him again, resetting the cycle? Absolutely. Could it also be the same trader doing this? Absolutely. Someone is also purchasing big shares alongside Larry Chang, in which you can see right here over on GameStop. So we're seeing extreme bullishness in GameStop in the options chain, in the shares, and in the charts. And we're going to get into the charts in 1 second. Looking at the calls to puts, we haven't done this in a bit. Looking at it for the trend, you have a lot more calls expiring in the money than puts. Over 10x the calls are expiring in the money than the puts this week. And next week, you have a heavily loaded options chain on the call side as well as the put side. If GameStop continues to go up, in which I do think that is going to be the case, we're going to touch on the charts in 1 second, you could see a gamma ramp start to form. However, keep in mind, short interest has also increased on XRT, which is the retail ETF that holds GameStop. And we've talked about it several times. So they are still shorting over here to try and hold GameStop's price down. Speaking of that, if we take a look at AMC, on the 8th, even though AMC was flat, you saw 1.1 million short exempts. We were expecting gap ups on AMC, yet the price was stagnant. So what is happening? They are trying to fight the algos with short exempt. Before we get into the charts, you're also seeing double the calls to puts expiring in the money on AMC this week, and again a heavily loaded options chain for next week. Okay, touching on the charts really quick, but if you haven't yet, make sure to like the video, guys. GameStop, this is where we have been tracking, ending the red cycle. I assume if you guys are watching this video, you watch my videos day in and day out. We are sitting in the red cycle. You see this flat top from exiting the red cycle to entering the green cycle. Comes up, tests it, breaks over it. Okay, you saw the bottom, two false bottoms, bottom before the red cycle was over. Same thing right here. Testing this top, breaking over it from the red to the green cycle, bottom, two false bottoms, bottom, now testing, breaking over. With that being said, what is next? Lottery stocks, we are up 5% on the day, trading at 25.85, breaking a crucial resistance level. This is what's next, basically. You're looking for continuous breakouts and moves up, which is exactly what we have been anticipating for that move up to 29 to 34 and potentially make it go even higher, go parabolic from 34 to 55, 55 to 65, 65 to 89, so on and so forth. Overall, this is a very good start, especially seeing the calls being purchased, the shares being purchased on GameStop. We are finally seeing that bullish move in the chart to bring GameStop higher. So just continue to watch this. Lastly, GameStop's chart, 4-hour time frame, Bollinger Bands finally starting to open up after this long contraction phase. Watch for this expansion phase for a large move for GameStop, and as of right now, that large move is carrying us up, and we want to see follow through with that. Okay, AMC trading at 545, basically sideways on the day. What happened here when these short exempts rose? This was on July 8th. You come and you take a look at July 8th. You saw this little pop in AMC's chart. So that little pop alone forced them to use over 1 million short exempts. Just a side note to pay attention to. But anyway, where we're at in the cycle, what we're tracking, here is one possibility, okay? When we called for the flush down, we never got it. Seeing we could have been in the pre-run-up, the January run-up, so on and so forth. But I want to prep you for the worst. So the red cycle back here before the June run-up, you saw this resistance level being hit multiple times. This is where you could be at right here, being hit multiple times. This resistance level, we slightly broke above and now we're trading sideways. Slightly broke above right here. And this is a potential outcome with AMC. Retrace still by July 15th down to 460, climb up 530, 680, 580, moon. Okay, with that being said, well, what if it's the January run-up phase, right? Either way, what I want to tell you guys is we don't see a move yet. AMC's not showing us a move. What I can tell you right now is in my opinion, we have under 13 trading days left before we see a huge parabolic move on AMC. I don't care if it goes down until then. I don't care if it goes up until then. Just please relax and stop freaking out about this, because I see 13 trading days or less before one of these major moves. Okay, Chewy started making a move above this fib level right here, right around $25.20. If we get a close above $25.25 on Chewy, Chewy could be making its way all the way up to around $31.40. So just keep a little bit of an eye on this. Also, Cassava Sciences, ticker symbol SAVA, down 2.6% on the day. I am still sitting in my calls, and I want to bring up the weekly chart for you really quick just to show you that the beginnings of the green cycles do start out very small, in which you are seeing right now. And again, we're on the weekly time frame. You can see it back here. Started out very small on the weekly time frame before building. Again, take a look back here. You have sort of the same setup actually back here, right? You come down, you come up to where it started to flush, and then you start selling off again before, again, slowly building and mooning higher. Overall, I still see Cassava Sciences having a lot more room to go, and I'm still sitting in my calls. As far as cost goes, somebody mentioned a different ticker in Discord, and I shifted my very tiny position out of cost into that because this looks very dangerous, and the other one I put it into is very dangerous. This is just a little game with a small amount of money that if you're willing to play, you're willing to play. Keep a side eye on costs. I don't necessarily think it's all done, but I don't necessarily think it's going to hold these levels either. And if it doesn't, it has a lot of room to fall all the way down to around $7. Tesla trying to break out of 265 right now. As soon as this breaks, you're going up to 280. So Tesla is looking extremely well. We consolidated under this level, and now it's testing a breakout. It could get a hard rejection. Keep that in mind and just rip down to 254. But Tesla's showing a lot of strength here. Watch for a push up to 280. Ethereum, I ended up selling my Ethereum, trying to wait for a lower price. Extremely risky, and I wouldn't recommend this at all. I don't give financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But if there is anything I could say, it's that it is, in my opinion, safer to just hang on to assets like Ethereum as well as Bitcoin, or according to the new ruling commodities. Anyway, I saw a break under 3,300 as very bearish. What happened? We broke under 3,300 and we got extremely bearish, bringing us all the way down, breaking under this fib level to 2,800. If Bitcoin flashes down again, I still see Ethereum breaking much lower, coming down to between 2,400 and 1,800. SPY, this thing is going nuts, almost 5,600, breaking out at the top of the channel. Be very careful. The RSI is very overbought. Also, whenever it breaks out of this channel, it comes right back into it. So I don't think it's going to be long that it will trade out of this channel, and I see a potential top of this channel being at 561.90 before getting that rejection, if it does get up there. Last but not least, little sprinkle on top, Jeff Bezos just sold $863 million worth of Amazon shares today. Jeff Bezos has now sold over $8.3 billion worth of Amazon shares so far this year. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Make sure to like the video. I don't care if you're watching on a TV, iPad, or cell phone. Please, helps me out. Hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on for when I do upload, guys. And make sure to join the Discord so you can come talk with me and see my trades as soon as I take them. It's a coffee a month. I know if you're not in a Discord already, you don't want to pay for something monthly, but I'm telling you, it is worth it for the value you get out of it. Big group chat, you won't even notice it. It's a coffee a month. Also, if you want free money to potentially do so, press the second link under the video, open a Moomoo account for free, and make a deposit into there. And once you do that, they're allowing you to earn up to 15 free stocks from their platform and earn 8.1% APY on your uninvested cash that is sitting in there. You're also getting level 2 order book data, so you can see where people are loading up and dropping off shares of any given stock, access to trading options, going long, going short, viewing other exchanges, and more. So go do that, guys. As always, if you don't have it yet, custom indicator is the top link in the description. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.